What makes you worth the groups you're with? What makes you worth it? Problem is people can't find their worth because of low self-esteem. I'm not the type of person that is, hey, come as you are, everybody, open doors. No. And that will take some of you aback from your Christianese upbringing. I did not come to save the world. That is not my job. What makes you a valuable person in the group? And see, many of you will start Rolodexing through the rubber ruler in your head and start going, oh, well, I wasn't an army guy, I wasn't a ranger, I'm not in good shape, and all this stuff, you don't know weapons very well. All these things will start to Rolodex through, and you're missing it. You're missing it. You're totally missing the point. You're missing it because your priorities are wrong. Because you hear people like PJ and me talk about physical fitness, you hear us talk about soldier skills, stuff of that nature, yes. Are you really going to use them? Probably not. The health span, yes. But the other things, no. If you can pick up a toddler and move them off the X, are you valuable? Can you be an extra set of eyes to see the danger for the children? Or are you a danger to the children? See, what would determine that? Would your physicality determine that or something else? What is the most important currency? Is it how many guns you own? Is it how much money's in your bank account? How many people here would love to have Bill Gates in their group? Or Soros? So then it's not all about money. So then we can't use that matrix. How many people would love to have a bunch of roided out operators on their group that are single? Huh? That are single. Would you like that? Do you think that's a good thing? Do you think that would be lots of peace in that environment? Do you think there'd be any strife? I'm asking. I ask the questions and some people get, accountability and conviction mixed up because they don't know the dang difference. Because they're accountable to no one. They don't understand leadership and how things work. They're okay as long as they're the warlord. As long as they're the one calling the shots. As long as they gathering all the people to them kind of thing, right? Yeah. The government's really good at toppling wannabe posing dictators and despots. Those are easy. Would you like a group full of people that are posers? Or people that are inconsiderate, that don't value the cost and loss of other people's association with them? Would that be awesome? Bunch of know-it-alls? Would that be great? You're just gonna have to take us the way we are. Oh yeah. Sounds like that'd be a great time. Would you like to spend time with those type of people? The rude house guests. The ones that are there to usurp your lanes and your authority, your witness. What's the currency? You have currency, as in, are you current? And then you have currency. What is the commodity that is most valuable? Is it their tactical acumen, their plant knowledge, how much safe queens are in their safe, their ability to track, their ability to shoot at long distances, their ability to organize, lead, train, equip? Is that the most important? How much they can bench press? Is that the most important? Or is it something else? What's your most important barter item? When shit hit the fan, THWSF, rule without law. What's most important? You're bartering it now. But see, the fake experts don't get it. You know why they don't get it? They've never been anywhere, really. Well, I was here in the States, natural disaster. Well, so was I. So was I. I can tell you, whether it be natural disasters, whether it be actual shit hit the fan in a country, been to many countries where that definition definitely would apply. The most valuable currency is not gold or silver. The most valuable currency isn't a bunch of needles and fish hooks. The most valuable currency is not beans and buckets. The most valuable currency is trust. Trust. Can I trust you when times are good? If I can't trust you when times are good with what I've given you, how can I trust you when times are bad? When resources are scarce? Trust. But see, that currency, most of you have no familiarity with it because you've had your trust violated and broken so many times. Trust. You mean, Saw, you'd rather have the old grandma than the wannabe warlord on your group? If I could trust her around my grandbabies. Because the fit military age male that I can't, how am I going to get any sleep? You start to see quality over quantity, humans over hardware. Vetting never ends. And people fail vetting. Training's a good tool to see where people are, a consistent vetting tool. Some stay close, some do a 100-meter circle around. Good boy. You trust. If trust wasn't such before you start typing your argument, if trust wasn't the primary currency, let me ask you this: how come you don't have 500 dogs or 40 dogs? If P for plenty, if quantity is more important than quality, can you what happens with 40 dogs around your kids or your kids' kids? Can you trust your dogs around kids? And even handlers will say, hey, you shouldn't trust any dog alone with kids, and I agree. Because it's still a dog. You have to recognize the dogness of the dog, but will that dog put itself between the threat and your kids? Can you trust it to do the right thing when no one's looking? How's that trust developed? The correct training. The correct training that has accountability and pressure, that is careful in the development of reps and sets. The correct reps and sets. People that fail vetting don't know how to run vetting because they don't see the value in it, because they're still focused on the wrong thing. The charlatans of commercialism. They're still stuck in that loop of gathering a bunch of kits and fake forgeries and fake Facebook friends. They don't understand real crucibles because they don't have any dwell time, no sustain in the relationship. The super mag is husband and wife. Tell me that one's not built on trust. Trust. Yeah. When you go through those pressures, that's the one that doesn't last, isn't it? Statistically, in our culture. So the foundations are rejected. The foundations. The flat, solid rocks, the builders rejected. Vetting. Trust. Quality over quantity. Humans over hardware. Humans over hardware. It's not just a mantra. It's not just another wizzo button word to make you feel like you know military stuff, like the fake experts do that never served. The posers. Yeah, posers. Can you trust the one? I can't. I can't. Has nothing to do with like or hate. It's a math problem at that point, isn't it? Walks like a duck, talks like a duck, acts like a duck. What are their actions? They don't value the relationship. They say they're going to do something. They don't do it over and over again, every time, over a span of time. They're not careful with the relationship. You need to win friends. Okay, Facebook friends. I have no need for them. Zero. Because it's not a popularity contest to add cha-ching. Lives are on the line. You have time to play those fantasy games in your fantasies. Trust is real currency. You're either working on your marriage or you're working on your divorce. You're either working on the relationship or you're working on the divorce. If someone refuses to work on the relationship, well, then that's where they are. That's where they are. They're more concerned about their image and popularity than functional trust. Can I trust them to stay awake? Can I trust them with my valuables, my people, the ones I am responsible for? And if the answer is no, we call that a clue in the intel world. There's plenty of people you may kick doors in with, but you would never have over for dinner. Can you trust them? And so those of you that may not fulfill that operator image in your head, are you trustworthy? Because they're, those of you that have disabilities, those of you that are the downtrodden, the less physical, the grandmas, the widowers, the single ladies, the single guys who haven't developed certain capabilities and capacity. Can you develop trust still, regardless of your ailments? Can you demonstrate to those around you that you are worthy of their trust? Or are you going to spend that currency carelessly and flippantly? Are you going to go waste $8,000 in Vegas? Are you going to be a good steward of that trust? Or not? Or not? That's a choice. And if that convicts you, oh well. Facts don't care about your feelings. Who runs from the truth? Are we supposed to be ambassadors and emissaries of the truth? The truth is trust is the currency. And if you think persecution's coming and you're not training right now to validate the trust of those around you, to make sure they are who they say they are, to make sure they're worth having around your valuables, you got your priorities mixed up. You need to train, train. And trust. Your training should revolve around trust. What? Yeah. Are they careful or careless? Do they put safety first or ego first? It's a question. Vetting never ends. Vetting from a veteran. What's the ledger look like in your trust bank account? Food for thought. I hope this finds you well. If you want to know more, we're still ticking along on Patreon. Thought it was going to shut down just not that long ago. But for now, we're still available. TikTok. Look at the links if you want to know more. If you want to start building and throwing systems at it, or not, it's up to you. But your access to certain mentors and instructors is a very short window, especially if you burn rapport because you violated their trust over and over again. Trust requires buy-in from both parties. It requires buy-in. Because in our culture, free is what? Poop. Give people free and see what they do with it. That's a vetting tool. You should always be vetting. Carry rucksacks, not feelings bags. Shalom.